豬隊，做英雄，時勢做英雄。
Hi, welcome to the Silver Spleen. My name is Slappy Hollis, and this is my review of Kung Fu Mahjong I, II, and III. In 2004, Stephen Chow released the hugely successful Kung Fu Hustle. Wong Jing, never one to miss an opportunity, released Kung Fu Mahjong the next year. It stars Yuen and Yuen, who appeared in Kung Fu Hustle. It also stars Roger Kwok as Ah Wong, in a role parodying a character he played on TVB. Yuen plays Chimosai, a degenerate gambler who wants to teach Ah Wong to become a professional gambler and make Chimosai a lot of money along the way. Standing in his way is Auntie Fei, played by Yuen. She refuses to let Ah Wong follow that path. Besides, he's half distracted by Cheryl, played by Teresa Fu. He likes her, so he attempts to deceive her. She likes him, so she lets him think that he succeeds in deceiving her. Since Kung Fu Mahjong is wholly derivative, I'm not going to waste time with a plot synopsis. There's mahjong, good guys and bad guys, romance, trickery, and jokes. Every one of which you've seen before, but at least it's presented in an entertaining enough fashion. There's an option on the menu for vernacular subtitles. There are even a few surprises along the way, one of which honestly shocked me. It's a scene that plays very differently from the rest of the movie, and it's quite literally dead serious. On a happier note, it was a pleasant surprise to see Jade Lung on a big screen again, because she seems to get better looking with age, unlike yours truly. Wong Jing plays a small role as the top gambler Tin Kao Go. He's good in the role, displaying some decent dramatic chops. There are a number of non-surprises in the movie too. Yuen does yet another Kill Bill parody, complete with the yellow tracksuit. But unsurprisingly, she's still a much more convincing martial artist than Uma Thurman. Kung Fu Mahjong was a surprise hit, so in true Wong Jing fashion, he released a sequel, also in 2005. Kung Fu Mahjong II tells the story of a heartbroken woman whose marital problems cause her mahjong luck to evaporate, so you can see what's supposed to be important and what isn't. Sherry Ying Choi plays Fanny. Terrence Yin plays Johnny, her husband. He doesn't seem happy to be married to her, but he doesn't seem unhappy either. I'm not sure if that's how the character is written or if that's just how Terrence Yin does. Fanny's brother, Ronaldinho, is played by Sammy Leung, and 4 pounds of makeup. But remember, stereotypical depictions of Chinese people are unacceptable. If you don't believe me, ask Mohindpal Singh, who also appears in the movie. He plays mahjong with his feet and makes the tiles smell like curry. Philip Kung Ho Man plays Demon, the bad guy. Wong Jing returns as Tin Kao Go, and everybody treats him as if that shocking scene in the first movie never happened. His father, Wong Tin Lam, also appears as a mahjong master who instructs Fanny. That's not a euphemism, he actually teaches Sherry Ying's character. Yuen and Yuen also return, lending their talents to a wide-ranging lampoon of Asian pop culture. Korea, Japan, and even Thailand get clowned with all the subtlety, finesse, and restraint we've come to expect from Wong Jing, i.e. none. Maybe I'm too American, but how can anybody be afraid of a chainsaw that isn't running? Kung Fu Mahjong II is a cheap, quick, and kinda shoddy sequel meant to cash in on the success of the first movie. But it's not without its charms. Sherry Ying Choi is a lot of fun to watch as she chews up scene after scene. She manages to convince most of the time, and she does have one of those smiles that really lights up a room. You can't fault her effort, because she's obviously giving it her all. Kung Fu Mahjong II isn't a very good movie, but I don't think it was trying to be. I think it was trying to make money. And it really wasn't made for people who have high cinematic expectations. That said, it's not the worst 90 minutes I've ever spent watching a movie. Neither, it turns out, was watching Kung Fu Mahjong III, The Final Duel. Yuen and Yuen return once again to reprise their roles. Roger Kwok also returns, but he plays a different character. Thank God. I saw this movie in the cinema, but it was while I was suffering one of my usual winter chest infections, and I guess you could say I was deeply medicated. Or you could say I was high as giraffe pussy on cough syrup. Early in the film, I went to, top up, and I dropped the cap, and I heard it roll away. So there I was, holding a mostly full bottle of cough syrup, and I didn't know what to do. So I drank it, all of it. To be honest, I'm not sure if it made the movie any better, because I really don't remember much of what happened after that. So I guess it's a good thing I rewatched it on DVD. It seemed like a new movie. Not a good movie, just a new one. Roger Kwok plays Ken, a Mahjong hotshot, whose father runs a successful Mahjong business. His father also just got remarried, to a woman, probably younger than Ken, named Sophie. Last name, Ho, even if it's Leung or Chan, it's Ho. Ken's dad wants to appoint a successor. Guess who the two choices are? Guess how they'll decide? Guess who's back for the third time? Third strike? Ken's got an extra problem. His new girlfriend is apparently cursing his luck, making all of it bad. I think she cursed this movie too, because almost all of it is bad. There are a few scattered moments that are chuckle-worthy. An elderly woman grabbing a man's crotch. A young child getting hit in the face for laughs. A parody of an anti-gambling PSA that was on TV during the time the film was released. A surprising number of subtitles that only showed the first half of the sentences. One of the most illogical kidnappings in cinematic history. Yeah, nobody's gonna notice if you chloroform two women during the middle of a social gathering and haul them off. You know, if that was true, I wouldn't be on parole. But never mind that. Kung Fu Mahjong is an interesting, fun movie. The sequels aren't necessarily so great, but taken together, they're at least an interesting collection of movies that give you some insight into how much this city loves Mahjong. It also tells you a lot about humor that works here that might not work in the rest of the world. I can easily recommend that you watch the first one of these movies, but you might want to watch all three just to be a completionist. Or not. In the description, there are links where you can buy these movies. If you enjoyed this review, please leave me a comment. If you didn't enjoy the review, leave me a comment. If you enjoy the channel, please subscribe, because that way you'll get to see all the videos as soon as I release them. Thank you for watching. Yuen and Yuen